keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in a basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out up top to the left side. Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath. Then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome back to Minot State University, the Minot State Dome, for the second semifinal in the girls' Class A state basketball tournament as the Thompson Tommies take on the South Prairie-Max Royals. How you doing, everyone? I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com for audio-only coverage. And our pregame show brought to you by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Well, one half of the championship matchup is set for tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. It will be Devils Lake going on to play for the state championship. The Firebirds defeating Valley City 59-57. Knockdown, drag-out game. I'll give Devils Lake credit. They outscored Valley City 40-31 in the second half. There was a lot of contact in this game, maybe more than you would like to see, but something else. Devils Lake, you have to give, pardon the pun, you've got to give the Devil their due. Just as Devils Lake forced 40 turnovers against Northern Cass yesterday, they forced 36 turnovers on Valley City tonight. And while the Firebirds didn't shoot all that well for the game, 35.1%, and making just 3 of 14 three-point shots, they got 57 shots compared to Valley City's 37 because they forced so many turnovers. And actually, Valley City out-rebounded Devils Lake by a 2-1 margin, 42-20. So it's Devils Lake for the state championship against the winner of this game between Thompson and South Prairie-Max. The Tommies and Royals met once before very early in the season on the 2nd of December. And it was here in Minot at the Minot Auditorium, and Thompson won that game 55-31. We'll see what happens in this rematch with a berth in the Class A state championship game on the line. We'll get our pregame coaches' comments. Tanner Moser from South Prairie-Max and Kyle Morehart filling in for Jason Brend, who's having difficulties with his voice. He's trying to avoid talking as much as he can, but Kyle did a good job filling in. We'll continue with our pregame coaches' comments after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
The Northern Cast Booster Club is here for all of your Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletic, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cast Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now or follow the Northern Cast Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year. The Northern Cast Booster Club wishes the best to Coach DC Lucas and the Jaguar basketball team at State.
The Northern Cast School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cast will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cast is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncastschool.org. That's northerncastschool.org.
Even as a kid, I knew I wanted to be part of Polar Communications because they have such a long history of taking care of their employees.
I'm grateful that we get to work with great people every day, and I get to go home at the end of the day knowing that what we did for the day matters.
It's a great place to be part of a team and feel like you're achieving so much more than just answering a phone call. Polar is more than that. Polar is family.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Welcome back to Minot State University. Time for our coaches' comments, brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. thbanknd.com. Tanner Moser is the coach of the South Prairie-Max Royals, who come in after a victory over Shiloh Christian last night. Talk about that game.
Yeah, we came out, we had energy. We had a lot of energy to start off the game, and I think that carried into the second half. Lost a little bit of energy in the fourth quarter. Maybe got a little careless with the basketball. So today we got to clean that up a little bit. But yeah, yesterday was very fun, very exciting.
Scotty Beck has an unusual first name spelling, S-K-O-T-T-I, but 25 points, 6 rebounds, not at all unusual.
Yes, yeah, she can basically do anything on the basketball floor. She can basically guard any opponent that we face. She can play inside, she can play outside, she can score the ball inside and outside. So, you know, it's obviously very key that we have her on our team. So we're greatly appreciative of that.
What are the strong points of the Royals?
We like to shoot. We like to get up and down the floor. We like to shoot threes. We just like to shoot the ball in general. We like to dribble the ball. Yeah, we just like to have good chemistry. We like to uplift each other. And I think we like to pride ourselves on getting after loose balls as well. So
now, I'm guessing you got to see a little bit of Thompson's game last night. What are your thoughts about that, and what will you need to do to be able to get a victory tonight?
Yeah, we played them earlier in the year as well, so we know that we got to have a hand up at all times on basically most of their players that they're going to put out on the floor. We need to rebound the ball, and then once again, we need to take care of the ball. We need to not just hand it over to the other team.
All right. We look forward to the game. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
That's Tanner Moser, coach of the South Prairie-Max Royals. We continue with our pregame coaches' comments, brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. thbanknd.com. More after this on yourliveevent.com.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rep warning tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
For the first time ever, World of Outlaws at Norman County Raceway on Saturday, June 29th.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
The Northern Cast Booster Club is here for all of your Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletic, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cast Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now or follow the Northern Cast Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year. The Northern Cast Booster Club wishes the best to Coach D.C. Lucas and the Jaguar basketball team at State.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Continuing with our pregame coaches' comments, brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage, sharing their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. thbanknd.com. Cal Moorhead, assistant coach of the Thompson Tommies, joins us now. Jason Brenda's had troubles with a cough, as you may have heard in past interviews recently, and he's trying to save his voice for the game. Cal, let me get your thoughts on the win over Watford City last night.
Well, you know, it was we came on that first quarter, we were up at maybe 6-7-0, I think, and a nice run, and then we kind of got a little bit, I don't know, just satisfied or just like, wow, hey, this is great. But then we, they came back and they got settled in, and it was a close game first half, and we knew it would be. I mean, that Morgan is a stud. She's got to be one of the best players in the state, regardless of the class. I really believe that. She really made a difference out there. We knew she would. She got them going, and they had good players and other players knocking down shots that, just kind of had confidence. And then going into halftime, Coach Brendan gave him a little bit of a talk, and had adjust some things defensively and then offensively too. We just haven't been moving the ball very well. You know, we're not passing and cutting. We're just kind of standing around a little bit. We get caught that way once in a while. Even the good teams do, right? So we got to remind them as coaches, and then we were able to do that in the second half of the third quarter. We really came out, and I thought we kind of established ourselves again, and it felt much better with that second half. And then we're just hoping we can build on that tonight.
We're talking about people knocking down shots. Kyer Hurst knocked down 11 of 15 last night, had 26 points. What people probably don't know is that she also led you in rebounding with 12.
Yeah, she's been a double-double a lot of the year, and she's just a stud, and she really came into play. She doesn't play every night, but it was nice that she shot at such a high percentage. It really helps the team out, and we always feel like if she can get us going right away, and then with the other girls, Addie and Sydney and Jordan and Brenna and we got so much balance. We got so much balance, and she got us going, and she just had a really nice first game, and hopefully she can continue to do that for the next game.
This should be a very familiar setting for everybody because you played her so often the last year plus this year.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think it helps. You know, coming in now, we're a little bit more comfortable in the surroundings. But the situation tonight now. South Prairie's going to bring a big crowd. You know, they're close, and they were booming last night, and their volume was way up, and they're all excited to be here. And you know, Thompson's we're going to bring ours too, and it should be a fun semifinal. And it comes down to what the kids can handle. In a big atmosphere. The basketball game is one thing, but to be able to play in this kind of atmosphere and how you handle the pressure, that's going to determine the outcome of the game night.
Now, you've played South Prairie-Max before within the Minot City limits, but at the auditorium, and that was very early in the season.
Yeah, it was very early, and a very athletic team, and again, we had a good second game of the season. That was probably their third game of the year, but that's so long ago. They're so much better. We're better. It's going to be a kind of a get up and down the court, and who gets that last shot, maybe it might be the way the game ends up.
What will be the important things you'll want to do tonight?
Well, we got to rebound always. We got to handle the pressure, and then we got to get back in transition defense because they're as good as anybody getting up and down the court. They get up and down the court very quickly with that basketball. They do it the right way. They pass the ball rather than dribble it up, so they're moving the ball down the court fast, and we got to get back in defense. So we'll see how we're doing that. If we take care of those three things, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
All right, Kyle, thanks so much.
You bet. Thanks, Joe.
Tom Moore, assistant coach for the Thompson Tommies. That wraps up our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing their heritage, sharing their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. THBankND.com. We'll be having the starting lineups as Thompson takes on South Prairie-Max after these words at YourLiveEvent.com.
We've got your back. Protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, personal protections, and so much more. Our surface agents answer the phone with a kind of speed and detail that even the Secret Service would envy. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Even as a kid, I knew I wanted to be part of Polar Communications because they have such a long history of taking care of their employees.
I'm grateful that we get to work with great people every day, and I get to go home at the end of the day knowing that what we did for the day matters.
It's a great place to be part of a team and feel like you're achieving so much more than just answering a phone call. Polar is more than that. Polar is family.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
And we are back at Minot State University. Joe Lancello here as Thompson gets ready to face South Prairie-Max in the Class A semifinal. The winner to take on Devils Lake for the state championship tomorrow night. Time now for our keys of the game, brought to you by Goose River Bank of Mayville, Hillsborough, and Hatton. Strong bank, strong communities. Stop in and visit for your banking needs. GooseRiverBank.com. Good luck, teams, from Goose River Bank. Member FDIC. I think a key for Thompson is going to be to win the turnover battle, as well as winning the rebound battle as well, because South Prairie-Max had a 34-30 edge on the boards. But it was interesting that Shiloh Christian had more offensive rebounds against South Prairie-Max yesterday, 13-9, but it was the Royals with the edge, 34-30 over Shiloh Christian on the boards. And also, if the Tommies can find the hot hand, whoever it might be, maybe a little extra attention on Kaya Hurst or Addison Sage. That means somebody else is going to have to pick up the slack, and for the Tommies, that is often the case. Our keys of the game brought to you by Goose River Bank, Mayville, Hillsborough, and Hatton. Strong bank, strong communities. Stop in for your banking needs. GooseRiverBank.com. Good luck, teams, from Goose River Bank, member FDIC. And time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower owned. CrystalSugar.com. First of all, for the South Prairie-Max Royals, who come in with a record of 23-3. Number one is Riley Rutledge, a 5'6" freshman. Rutledge had 18 points, including 4 3-point baskets last night against Shiloh Christian. Macy Talbot is a 5'9" sophomore. She missed all of last season with a broken ankle suffered in the first week of practice last year. Has come back. She did not score yesterday, but she did have 4 assists and a block shot. Scotty Beck is a 5'11" sophomore. Beck had 25 points and 6 rebounds and 2 assists and 3 steals yesterday against Shiloh Christian. Bree Rose is a 5'8" sophomore. She had 13 points and 6 boards last night. And Rose wears the James Worthy style prescription goggles. And rounding out the South Prairie-Max lineup is Abby Mickelson, a 5'10" sophomore. Mickelson had 8 points and 5 boards and 2 block shots last night. Tanner Moser, the coach of South Prairie-Max, the Royals, 23-3 on the season. Now for the Thompson Tommies, their usual starting lineup. Sydney Schwabe is a 5'4" senior. Jordan Tozer, a 5'8" junior. Number 4, Addison Sage, a 5'5" sophomore. Sage with I'm catching Jason Brenn's cough. I hope not. Sage was 17 points, and she was 3 of 5 from three-point range yesterday. Kaya Hurst is a 5'6" sophomore who had 26 points and 12 rebounds and 2 assists against Watford City yesterday. And rounding out the 5 for Thompson, Brenna Martin, a 6-foot senior. Brenna with 5 points, 9 rebounds. Jason Brenn, the coach of Thompson, the Tommies, 23-0 on the season, ranked number 1 in the state. South Prairie-Max, number 3 in the state, in the final rankings from Associated Press. And these teams did meet once before, as we've mentioned, back on December the 2nd. Thompson winning the game 55-31. And to run down what's happened today in the Class A tournament in the consolation games, it was Bottineau beating Northern Cass 57-56 in a heartbreaking loss for the Jaguars. And Shiloh Christian beat Watford City 66-59. So Northern Cass against Watford City tomorrow morning at 9:30 for 7th place, and we'll have that game for you here on YourLiveEvent.com. Playing for 5th place will be Bottineau against Shiloh Christian. The 3rd place game at 3 o'clock will have Valley City against the loser of this matchup, Thompson or South Prairie-Max. And the championship game will have Devil's Lake against Thompson or South Prairie-Max. Devil's Lake with a win 59-57 over Valley City, and describing that game as hard fought would not be inaccurate. There were a lot of bumps there, a lot of physical contact, more than you might think ought to be allowed, but there's been a lot of thought of letting the kids play and letting physical contact go. But on the other hand, the official's job is to protect the players. And if they're getting bumped and shoved and everything else, that's not protecting them, not in my book. And the officials for this game, Chad Palmer, Spencer Halverson, and Ben Altoff. As we get going here, Thompson will be the home team on the scoreboard. In the white uniforms with Kelly Green letters and numbers, Kelly Green and black trim. South Prairie-Max will be in royal blue shirts with white letters and numbers, white and gray trim. And it will be South Prairie-Max going from left to right. And now we're waiting for the ball to be delivered, which the North Dakota National Guard has done before every game. And this guardsman is having his son Liam deliver the ball. And Liam with a good delivery on time. Brenna Martin jumps center against Bree Rose. Martin with a 4-inch height advantage, 6 foot to 5'8". Ball is up in the air and controlled by Jordan Tozer for Thompson as the Tommies go from right to left. Schwabe between the circles, gives for Tozer on the left wing. Tozer into the lane, through the crowd, took a step. Travel. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. South Prairie-Max on the attack, back on the left wing, guarded by Hurst. Gives back for Rutledge. Now for back on the right side for Talbot, dribbles toward the top and gives it out for Abby Mickelson driving to the block and the pass thrown away. Schwabe with the pick. Lead pass for Sage. Overshot the basket on a layup. And the rebound for Beck. Now quickly into the front court. Mickelson driving to the basket and is fouled. First foul of the game coming 49 seconds in. Tozer commits the foul, her first. First on the Tommies in the quarter. And Abby Mickelson, a 5'10 sophomore, to shoot 2 for the South Prairie-Max Royals. And the first free throw in. South Prairie-Max scoring first. Second free throw by Mickelson is good. She got them both. And it's 2-0 in favor of South Prairie-Max, and they've got a little backcourt pressure coming. Tommies break that with a pass to Martin just outside the circle on the far side. Now Schwabe driving the lane, tried to split two defenders, and lost the ball off her thigh out of bounds. Tommies with 2 turnovers in their first 2 possessions. They usually do that to other teams. No pressure from Thompson to the backcourt as Macy Talbot brings it across from left to right. Talbot for Rose high on the right side. She'll hand it for Rutledge. Top of the key. Steps back. 3 on the way. Yes! Riley Rutledge makes it a 5-0 lead for South Prairie-Max. About a minute and a half into the game. Tozer into the front court right wing. Bounce pass. Sage had to reach back for that one. Sage, left hand dribble lane. Dumps it off for Martin. Left baseline shot from 8 is good. Brenna Martin gets the Tommies on the board. 5-2 South Prairie-Max in front. 6:13 to go opening quarter. Class A semifinals from Minot State. Beck, top of the key, hands for Rutledge, running from left toward the middle. And she'll hand it back for Mickelson. Now Beck on the right wing. Driving on Hurst and scoring. Beck's first basket. 7-2 South Prairie-Max. Tommies break the press. Tozer into the front court on the right side. Rutledge knocked the ball away from her from behind. And it will be Thompson basketball, 26 on the shot clock. First sub of the game, Isaiah Trader, a 5'9 junior. Off the inbound, a shot for Hurst, no good. Martin had the rebound, briefly lost it. Ball tied up. Hurst wrestled it away. And we're going to have a foul on Riley Rutledge, her first, the first on South Prairie-Max. Not a shooting foul, 5:33 to go in the quarter, fresh shot clock. Inbound for Tozer, near the left corner. She'll pass it for Sage. Now Schwabe between the circles. For Tozer, high left, dumps it inside for Martin, shot no good. That may have been blocked, and here come the Royals the other way. Rutledge top of the key. Backpedaling on the dribble, now starts to drive left of the lane, gives it off for Talbot on the left wing. Talbot around a screen. Gives it for Rose on top. Shot clock at 18. A scoop no good. Rebound Trader. Reverse layup without looking. Missed it, and Martin the rebound for Thompson. Long pass into the front court. Sage off the glass and in. Addison Sage's first bucket. 7-4 Thompson trailing. 4:44 to go in the first. Talbot gives it off for Beck. High on the left side, now she'll dribble between the circles. And a whistle away from the ball, 3 seconds on South Prairie-Max. And a timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. South Prairie-Max with a 7-4 start. Back after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, the letter I, banknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. South Prairie-Max leading Thompson 7-4, 4:31 to go in the opening quarter. Tommy's with the basketball inbounding length of the floor against pressure from South Prairie-Max. Schwabe on the right side in the backcourt. Dribbles toward the middle. Beating Rutledge into the front court. Schwabe room to drive, left of the lane, lays it up and in. Good acceleration by Schwabe, and the Tommies within one at 7-6. First basket for Schwabe. Beck holds it high right. Now drives left-hand dribble toward the free throw line and gives it off for Rose on the left. Pass behind Beck. Trader did well to retrieve that and prevent an over and back or even a turnover. Beck, right corner three, around and out. And a rebound for Beck as a couple of players hit the deck. There's still a scramble for the ball. And now they call the held ball, and the ball will stay with South Prairie-Max on the possession arrow. 3:51 to go in the quarter. The shot clock had said 34, but the officials say reset it. Back on the inbound baseline right for Rutledge, left coffin corner. Back off for Trader, driving through the lane and scoring. Isaiah Trader with her first basket, 9-6 in favor of South Prairie-Max. Pass for Schwabe in the lane. Shot overshot the basket off the glass, and here comes Beck the other way. Beck guarded by Tozer, gives back for Trader on the right side. Beck right coffin corner three. She hit it, but no. Going to call a foul on Isaiah Trader. That's her first, and 2 on South Prairie-Max in the quarter. Number 5, Claire Calling, a 5'7" sophomore into the game for Thompson, along with number 11, Jalen Avdom, a 5'9" junior. Sage and Martin sitting down for Thompson. Schwabe in the front court. Right side, gives for Hurst. Looks for someone to pass to, finds Tozer at the top of the key. Now left coffin corner Schwabe for Calling, back for Schwabe, now on top for Hurst. Calling trying to dribble to the top, lost the ball, and Amy Mickelson, who just came into the game for South Prairie-Max, had the steal but also traveled. Thompson gets it back, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 2:56 to go in the quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. dhbanknd.com. Back after this on YourLiveEvent.com. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. 9-6, South Prairie-Max leading Thompson with 2:56 to go first quarter. Tommy's on the inbound at the hash mark far side in front of the South Prairie-Max bench. Inbound for Schwabe in the backcourt. Schwabe dribbles to the top of the key, gives for Hurst on the right wing. Now Calling on the right, passes on top for Tozer. For Avdom, right block, they work it back on top for Tozer. 3 on the way, no. And the rebound, Abby Mickelson. The two Mickelson girls, Abby and Amy, are sisters. Back in the front court around an Abby Mickelson screen. Pass on the left, 3 on the way, yes! By Rutledge. Her second 3 of the game. And a 12-6 lead for South Prairie-Max. They've led throughout. Tozer from the right baseline driving, dumping down low. And an easy basket for Claire Calling. 12-8 as we near the 2-minute mark in the opening quarter. Martin and Sage ready to come back in for Thompson at the next whistle. Rutledge around a screen, top of the key, backs up on the dribble, loses it to Tozer. And then stolen right back by Trader. And the layup try blocked by Tozer. Out of bounds, and it will stay with South Prairie-Max. They had the takeaway. Trader took it back, and a nice job by Tozer to reach in and bat the ball out of bounds. 32 on the shot clock. Beck on the inbound baseline left, attacking the basket to our right. In for Trader, right coffin corner. Abby Mickelson with a three. 3 threes for the Royals in the first quarter, and they're up by 7, 15-8. Tozer for Hurst, right wing, driving the baseline. Pass for Martin in the lane, tried to spin back, tried to get an outlet pass, and was picked off by Trader. Trader driving. Hands off for Beck. 8-footer from the right baseline, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It will go to Thompson. Macy Talbot back in the game for South Prairie-Max, along with Bree Rose. Rutledge will get a rest, and so will Trader. Tommy's ball, 1:10 to go in the quarter, trailing 15-8 in the state Class A semifinal. Calling outside the arc on the left. Finds the cutting Hurst for a basket. Nice pass from Calling. 15-10, Tommy's trail, 54 seconds to go in the quarter. Talbot on the right wing gives her Amy Mickelson, who goes to the top and hands for Sister Abby. Now Talbot from the right wing to the top of the key. For Amy Mickelson from the left, goes to the top. Now Beck outside the arc on the right with 14 on the shot clock. Beck started to drive to the baseline, gives it back for Rose. Rose in the lane, off for Beck, shot clock at 6, 3 on the way, no. Rebound tip, and right to Tozer of Thompson. 24 seconds to go, shot clock off for the quarter. Tozer in the front court. Jordan into the lane, dumps it for Martin, left block. Her shot was blocked and controlled by Abby Mickelson. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Rose into the front court. She's got reinforcements as time is running out. Back outside the arc on the left and dribble to the baseline. They never did get a shot away. That's the end of the first quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. After 1, South Prairie-Max 15, Thompson 10. Second quarter after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Thompson will have the basketball to start the second quarter, trailing South Prairie-Max 15-10. The Tommies have not led in this game. South Prairie-Max 5-11 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range. Thompson 5 of 11 from the field, 0 for 1 on threes. Turnovers, 5 against Thompson in the first quarter, 5 against South Prairie-Max. Rebounds, an 8-4 advantage for South Prairie-Max. Tommies with the ball to start the second quarter as they go from right to left in the home white with Kelly Green and white. Hurst, Sage, Schwabe, Tozer, and Martin, the 5 on the floor for Thompson. Schwabe across midcourt where she's met by Rutledge, who's back in the game for South Prairie-Max. Martin top of the key for Tozer, high post right back to the basket. Hands for Hurst, now a baseline drive. Good by Addison Sage. She's got 4. Tommy's within 3, 15-12. Second quarter just underway. Talbot high on the left side, dribbling toward the top. Now pulls up free throw line, center right, and gives for Rose. Rose faked the pass to Beck, now gives it off for Talbot. And back for Rutledge. Right coffin corner three is good by Trader. Trader with 5. And that's 4 threes for South Prairie-Max in the game, and they're up 18-12. Their biggest lead has been 7. Here's the Schwabe three from the left, short. Schwabe hustling to get her own rebound, falls, and a foul. First foul of the second quarter. It's on Trader. That is her second. So Trader will come out to be replaced by Abby Mickelson. Tommy's on the inbound baseline, right attacking the basket to our left. Hey, Sage from the top hits a 3. Sage with 7. Again, the Tommies within 3 at 18-15. 6:52 to go in the half. Rutledge around a screen to the top of the key. Hands it for Beck, who dribbles from the right to the top. And now Abby Mickelson does the same from the left side. Rutledge for Beck, left wing near the sideline. Lobs a cross-court pass. Cut for Abby by Abby Mickelson, and she'll drive and score a bunny. Abby Mickelson with 7. 20-15, South Prairie-Max. 6:20 to go in the half. Sage driving right out of the lane. Tozer, left corner three, in and out. And the rebound for Rutledge. Long ball in the front court for Rose on the left side. Driving in the lane and a foul. That'll be on Brenna Martin, her first, and the first on the Tommies in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws for Bree Rose, the 5'8 sophomore. First free throw good. Bree wears the prescription goggles. Second free throw good, she got them both. 22-15. Back to a 7-point lead for South Prairie-Max. 2 minutes played, second quarter. Schwabe between the circles. Passes on the left wing for Martin on the 3-point line. For Hurst on the top. Schwabe to the left wing. 3 on the way, off the mark. And the rebound for Beck. Long pass on the far side. If Tozer had turned her head, she might have seen that coming. Ball is tipped out of bounds at the baseline. And it will be Thompson basketball. You know, when sometimes you see a defensive back, and if they just had turned their head, they might have been able to see the ball and get an interception. But in this case, it worked in Thompson's favor anyway. Schwabe puts on the brakes high right, gives for Hurst on the top. Back for Schwabe on the right side, out high. Entry pass, tipped and taken away. Beck driving with Hurst around her, and a blocking foul going to be, or check that, Sage, and a foul called on Addison. First foul on Sage. First on Thompson in the quarter. Jalen Avden will come in for Thompson after this timeout. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. 5:14 to go in the half. South Prairie-Max with a 22-15 lead over Thompson. Back after this.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Joe Lancella with you from Minot State University. South Prairie-Max will inbound, baseline left, attacking the basket to our right with 5:14 to go in the second quarter. Deep inbound caught by Rose. Hands for Rutledge. Pass intended for Rose. Tipped out of bounds by Schwabe into her own bench. Royals inbound. Far side in the front court. 30 on the shot clock. 5:08 to go in the half. Inbound for Rutledge to the top of the key. Beck right wing. 3 on the way. Yes. Beck with 5. And Scotty beams up South Prairie-Max to a 10-point lead, 25-15. Tozer driving and fouled. Foul on Missy Talbot of South Prairie-Max. Her first, second on the Royals in the quarter. Amy Mickelson in, Talbot out for South Prairie-Max. Tommy's inbounding baseline left. Hurst to throw it in, gives to Tozer, who hands it back for Hurst. Hurst driving, pulls up in the lane, shot from 10 short. And the rebound, Rose. Rose into the front court with 4:44 to go in the half. Rutledge high right, dribbling to the top. Tommy's looked to me in a 1-2-2 zone. Rose high post left, work it around. Beck with a 3 from the right corner, shot no good. Rebound tipped around, tied up on the floor. And the ball is going to stay with South Prairie-Max on the possession arrow. 4:24 to go in the half. Royals to inbound on the near sideline right in front of me. Claire Collin comes back into the game for Thompson, replacing Tozer. Collin, Schwabe, Avdom, Sage, and Hurst, the 5 on the floor for Thompson. Amy Mickelson on the left side. High pass caught by Beck. Right coffin corner. They work it back out on the top. Now throw down low for Rose. Ball tied up again. Ball poked loose. Comes to Rutledge right of the lane. 20 on the shot clock. Lost the handle on the ball, but it's recovered by Amy Mickelson. Both Mickelson girls in the game now for South Prairie-Max. Pass across the lane left side. A drive and a basket for Rose. And Thompson with a timeout. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Thompson in a situation they've not often been in, trailing by 12 with 3:55 to go in the half. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Tommy's will inbound, length of the floor going right to left, facing full court pressure from South Prairie-Max. In for Sage as they back off on the pressure. Sage into the front court now, driving left of the lane. Gives it for Collin left corner. She'll pass out on top for Hurst. Hurst driving right of the lane. Shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Avdom, and she's fouled. Jalen Avdom with the foul, or the 2 free throws, that is. Amy Mickelson with the foul. That's her first, and 3 on South Prairie-Max in the quarter. Avdom's free throw, good. That's the first free throw try for Thompson in this game. With 3:41 to go to intermission. Avdom's first point, the 5'9" junior. Second free throw up and in. Got them both. Tommy's within 10 at 27-17. 3:39 to go in the half. Back of the near sideline as South Prairie-Max go from left to right in the traveling Royal Blue. Rutledge around and Abby Mickelson screen. Rutledge with a 3, short. Rebound comes to Beck. Beck driving. Ball knocked away by Hurst. And a foul. Or no. What are they doing? We've got a debate. South Prairie-Max preparing to inbound the ball. And that's what they're going to do with the fresh shot clock and 3:22 to go in the half. Inbound for Abby Mickelson. Pass on the left wing. Beck with the three, yes. Beck with 8. That's her second 3 of the game. Royals up 30-17, nearing the 3-minute mark in the second quarter. Sage driving left of the lane. Shot hit the side of the glass, no good. Scramble for the rebound. There's a pile of bodies. They call a held ball. The ball will stay with Thompson with 20 on the shot clock and 2:58 to go in the quarter. Timeout on the floor on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. South Prairie-Max leading Thompson 30-17. Back after this.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Tommy is down by 13. I can't imagine that has happened often this season, as Thompson's 23-game winning streak is on the line, as is a berth in the state championship game tomorrow night. Hurst on the inbound, hash mark on the near side in the front court. In for Addison Sage. Backs up on the dribble a little bit, gives her Schwabe left wing at the arc. Working around for Colling. Now Hurst with a 3. That's short. And Schwabe stealing the rebound away, gets it in for Hurst, scores, and a foul. Hurst cuts the gap to 11. Rose with the foul, her first. That's 4 on South Prairie-Max in the quarter with 2:41 to play in the half. Hurst 4 points on the evening. Second free throw off the mark, and the rebound, Abby Mickelson. And a steal by Schwabe. Brenna Martin back in the game. Here's a 3 from Sage. High off the bracket. Rebound tipped around. Martin gets it. Sage will try again and hit it this time. The second bite of the cherry worked for Sage. 30-22. And a timeout by South Prairie-Max on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. Tommies were down 13. They've cut it now to 8 with 2:26 to go in the half. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. South Prairie-Max in the lead, 30-22 in this Class A semifinal. The winner to play Devils Lake for the state championship tomorrow at 5 o'clock. From the timeout, Rose top of the key. Started to dribble left of the lane and gives it for Abby Mickelson. Now for Beck on the top. Beck around the screen. That was blocked by Martin. The pass thrown away into the scorer's table, and I was able to hand it back to Sydney Schwabe. Tommy's ball with 2:07 to go in the half. They're down by 8, 30-22. Schwabe left corner 3, a little bit long. Scramble for the rebound, held ball. The arrow will favor South Prairie-Max, and that's what we have. Talbot and Trader back into the game for South Prairie-Max, replacing Amy Mickelson. And I'm not sure who else came out. Pressure now from Thompson to the backcourt. Rose dribbles across, right of the lane, going all the way, lays it up and off, and a foul. Rose to shoot 2 with 1:43 to go in the half. Foul on Brenna Martin of Thompson, her second, third on the Tommies in the quarter. South Prairie-Max has committed 4 fouls in the quarter, so the next foul against the Royals will create the bonus for Thompson. Rose's free throw good. She's 3 of 3 on the game. Avdom and Martin out for Thompson. Trying to prevent a third foul against Martin before the end of the half. Second free throw good by Rose. Got them both. 32-22. Back to a 10-point lead for the Royals with 1:40 to go in the half. Schwabe at the top of the key. Hands for Sage. From the right, driving left to the lane. Tozer from the left, driving to the lane. Kicks it off for Schwabe. Around a screen to the left of the lane. Hands back for Sage. Whistle. I'm going to guess there was a 3-second violation or some violation against the Tommies. They did not call a foul. South Prairie-Max on the inbound against the press. Hurst breaking up an attempted reception by Beck near the baseline. It will stay with South Prairie-Max. 1:24 to go in the half. And the Tommies with full court pressure. Talbot on the throw and lobs it. Cut or tipped by Avdom, but Conley came right behind her to take the ball away. Here's a Sage 3. High off the rim, no. And Trader the rebound. Quickly for Rose in the front court with 1:10 to go, and a steal by the Tommies. Schwabe with it. For Tozer on the left wing to the sideline. 3 on the way. Bingo! Jordan Tozer's first points. 32-25. Tommies within 7 with under a minute to play in the half. Rutledge for Rose left wing, driving the baseline. Trying to throw the ball across the lane, but one of the Tommies kicked it. Pretty blatantly, too. 25 on the shot clock, 49.4 to go in the half as South Prairie-Max inbound. And a travel called as the inbound pass came to Rose. Sage tried to tie it up, but wound up forcing a turnover. The arrow does favor the Tommies, by the way, with 47.2 to go in the half. Thompson looking to cut the deficit from 7 before they go into the locker room. Schwabe high on the right side. Yo-yo's the dribble. Gives it for Tozer, right wing. 20 on the shot clock. Pass inside. Basket over shot. Calling the rebound. No. And the rebound Trader and a foul. With 25.6 to play. Or hold on here. Tommy's on the inbound. Here's a 3 from Sage, well short. Rose got the rebound, lost the dribble, and slipped. And we've got a foul on Thompson. That's on Hurst. It's her first, the 4th on Thompson in the half. So the bonus in effect for either team on the next foul. Thompson with pressure in the backcourt is South Prairie-Max inbound length of the floor. Rose dribbles across midcourt on the far side with 16. Hurst trying to tie up the ball. It's poked loose. Colling has it. Schwabe on the left. Schwabe to the baseline. Kicks it back for Hurst. For Tozer, now they work to the far side for Sage. Sage from the right, driving the lane. 3 seconds ago. Hurst with a 3, draws air. And that's the end of the half. Thompson down by 13 at one stage. And they have cut the gap to 7 at intermission. Our score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. South Prairie-Max in the lead, 32-25 in this Class A semifinal. We'll come back with our halftime after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Northern Cast Booster Club is here for all of your Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletic, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cast Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now or follow the Northern Cast Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year. The Northern Cast Booster Club wishes the best to Coach DC Lucas and the Jaguar basketball team at state.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent, at 701-436-5777 or use the QR code to connect with the agency.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Even as a kid, I knew I wanted to be part of Polar Communications because they have such a long history of taking care of their employees.
I'm grateful that we get to work with great people every day, and I get to go home at the end of the day knowing that what we did for the day matters.
It's a great place to be part of a team and feel like you're achieving so much more than just answering a phone call. Polar is more than that. Polar is family.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, President at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Welcome back to Minot State University. Joe Lancello with you. We're at halftime, and our halftime show brought to you by Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsborough. Home, auto, business, life, farm insurance. Visit the agency downtown Hillsborough or call 701-436-5777. South Prairie-Max leading Thompson 32-25 at the half. The Tommies have not led in this game at all. South Prairie-Max led it at the quarter 15-10. They stretched that lead to 30-17 in the second quarter, but the Tommies with an 8-2 run to end the half. And it's out within single digits at 32-25 in favor of South Prairie-Max. The Royals led by Scotty Beck with 2 threes and a 2 for 8 points. Balanced scoring from South Prairie-Max. Abby Mickelson with a 3 and a 2 and 2 of 2 at the line for 7. Riley Rutledge, 2 threes for 6. Bree Rose a basket, 4 of 4 at the line for 6. Azania Trader with a 3 and a 2 for 5. Macy Talbot and Amy Mickelson have played and have not scored. South Prairie-Max, 6 of 6 at the free throw line. They've turned the ball over 15 times. And they have 21 rebounds, 6 on the offensive side. South Prairie-Max also shooting 52.6% from the field, 6 of 10 from three-point range. The Royals 15 points in the first quarter, 17 in the second for their total of 32. For Thompson, Addison Sage with 2 threes and 2 twos for 10 points. Kaya Hurst, 2 baskets for 4. Jordan Tozer, a 3-pointer for 3. Sydney Schwabe, a basket for 2. Brenna Martin, a basket for 2. Jalen Avdom, 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Claire Colling, a basket for 2. Thompson, 2 of 3 at the foul line. The Tommies shooting 33.3% from the field, 10 of 30. And 3 of 13 from three-point range, 23.1%. 7 turnovers against the Tommies. And Thompson with just 9 rebounds to 21 for South Prairie-Max. And Thompson's rebound total 6 on the offensive side. And Sydney Schwabe also with 4 steals and an assist to go with her 2 points. Jordan Tozer with 2 assists and a steal. And a block shot for Tozer. Thompson 10 points in the first quarter, 15 in the second for their total of 25. And again, the Tommies 16 minutes away from suffering their first loss of the season, and they would hate to have it be in the semifinals. To run down the other games that have happened today in the consolation round, Bottineau edged Northern Cass 57-56. Shiloh Christian beat Watford City 66-59. In the consolation round in the first semifinal of the day, Devils Lake edged Valley City 59-57 in a very physical game. So Devils Lake will face the winner of this game for the state championship tomorrow night at 5. Valley City meets the loser of this game for third place at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Northern Cass against Watford City at 9:30 a.m. for 7th place. Bottineau against Shiloh Christian for the consolation title. That's our halftime show, brought to you by Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsborough. Home, auto, business, life, farm insurance. Visit the agency downtown Hillsborough or call 701-436-5777. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. South Prairie-Max leading Thompson 32-25 at the half. We'll have the start of the third quarter after this on yourliveevent.com.
Red River Valley Speedway. What a great place to let your heart race. Exciting, not second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun. Red River Valley Speedway. Racing at its very best. Red River Valley Speedway.
Racing runs May through August. For more details, visit redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
This is Tim Cazzette, your local Golden Harvest Seeds dealer. During these winter months, as you think ahead to the spring planting season, I remind you there is strong yielding varieties of Golden Harvest beans and corn available for spring delivery. There's discounts offered. Please ask me about Golden Advantage deferred payment options or any cash payment discounts. Call me, Tim Cazzette, at 701-430-0877, and thank you for planting Golden Harvest seeds on your farm.
Something else to mention as far as foul trouble goes in this game, there really isn't any. Only 2 players have more than 1 foul. Isaiah Trader of South Prairie-Max and Brenna Martin of Thompson, they both have 2. Nobody else with more than 1. So individual foul trouble not a factor in this game at this point. South Prairie-Max will inbound to start the second half. They will go from right to left in the traveling royal blue with white and silver. Thompson with their original starting 5, Schwabe, Tozer, Sage, Hurst, and Martin. Prairie-Max likewise. Oh no, I take that back. Rutledge, Trader starting in the second half. Talbot, Beck, and Rose. Beck to throw it in on the near sideline at midcourt. Gets it in for Rutledge. Rutledge for Beck outside the arc on the left. Looks, gives it for Abby Mickelson. Now Rose on the right wing for Talbot. Talbot for Rutledge on top, around a screen. 3 on the way, short off the rim. Martin the rebound. And that's the first defensive rebound Thompson has had since the first quarter. Ball poked out of bounds. It will stay with the Tommies. 32-25. South Prairie-Max in the lead in this Class A semifinal. Schwabe from the left wing. Gives for Tozer. Back for Schwabe on top now for Kaya Hurst. Tozer on the left. Dribbling into the lane. Puts up a shot from the left hand. No good. On the rebound, Rose. Rose bounced the ball off her leg and can't stop it from going out of bounds. 16th Royal turnover. So Rose out, Trader in. The scoreboard had her as a starter in the second half. Well, you can't believe everything you read, I guess. Sage between the circles, lobs for Martin, high post in the free throw circle. Tozer right wing, fake the three, driving the baseline, missed the shot but fouled. Jordan Tozer to the line with 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Abby Mickelson with the foul, her first, the first on the Royals in the third quarter. Jordan Tozer with a three-pointer in this game, her first time at the free throw line, first free throw around and in. Tommy has made only 2 free throw attempts, check that, 3. While South Prairie-Max had 6. Tozer makes them both, and that's now a 5-point game, 32-27. Just over a minute into the third quarter. Rutledge driving right of the lane, and a blocking foul called on Schwabe. And there was hardly any contact. First foul on Schwabe, first on the Tommies in the third quarter. Back on the inbound baseline, right attacking the basket to our left. Comes to the top for Mickelson. Hands for Beck. Beck with a 3 from the top. That's an air ball, out of bounds. Thompson ball with 6:42 to go in the third. 2-possession game now. Tommy's down 5. Schwabe across midcourt, met by Rutledge to the halfway line. Schwabe for Tozer. Near the right corner, dribbles to the top and gives for Schwabe. Now Sage outside the arc on the right. Sage drives right of the lane. Shot no, and a foul. And Sage to the line. Second foul on the Royals in the quarter. This is on Rutledge, her second. Second team foul on the Royals. Sage's first free throw short. Sage with 7. Tied with Hurst for the team lead tonight. Second free throw good. Sage with 1 of 2. It's now 32-28. Thompson down 4. Trader on the front court, far side around a screen, down the sideline, and a whistle and a bump foul on Jordan Tozer. Her second on Thompson in the quarter. 6:15 to go in the third. Tommy's down 32-28. Beck on the inbound, hash mark far sideline in front of their own bench. Beck now open 3 on the left. Little strong. Rebound for Mickelson. I thought she bounced the ball off her foot, but it came to Beck on the far side. And now South Prairie-Max is set up again. Rutledge top of the key. Left wing Beck driving lane. Oh, there was contact there. No whistle. We play on. Sage with it. 3 on the way, off the mark. Rebound Rutledge. She's double teaming the near side, and the Tommies force a turnover. Hurst into the lane, missing, and an offensive foul. 2 fouls on Hurst. That's 3 on Thompson in the quarter now with 5:38 to go in the third. Boy, there was some big contact there on the left side and no whistle at all. Full court pressure from Thompson. Beck double team in the backcourt, gives it for Rutledge on the near side, and she'll bring it across. 5.5 to go in the third. Rutledge top of the key, circling back between the circles. Goes around to Trader's screen to the right. Jumper from 6, good. Rutledge with 8. 34-28. Royals by 6, 5:13 to go in the third. Sage top of the key for Schwabe outside the arc on the left. Throws it across for Tozer. Inside for Martin posting up. Now Sage on the right, back for Schwabe on top. 3 on the way, bingo! Schwabe's first 3 of the game, and the Tommies now within 3. The closest they've been since the opening quarter, when they were down 2-0. Now a scramble for the ball. Trader and Schwabe fighting for it. We have a held ball, and the ball goes to Thompson on the arrow. And they'll inbound it after this break. 4:44 to go in the third on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. South Prairie-Max lead over Thompson down to 3. Back after this. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Thompson with a 6-2 start to the third quarter. Added on to the 8-2 run that they finished the second quarter with. Tommies inbound at the hash mark on the far side as the Tommies go from left to right in the home white with Kelly green and black. A one-possession game now. A 3 would give Thompson a tie. We have not had a tie today. Sage left of the lane for Schwab. Schwabe, Tozer with a 3, short. Rebound, bobbled, finally collected by Trader. Trader now for Abby Mickelson on the front court. She'll hand it for Talbot, and she'll hand for Rutledge between the circles. Back outside the arc on the left for Abby Mickelson on top, swinging to the far side for Talbot. Talbot for Rutledge, top of the key, around a Trader screen. Hands it for Abby Mickelson, 9 on the shot clock. Jumper too long, and a rebound for Sage. Into the front court, Tozer on the left. Tozer driving into the lane and called for a double dribble. 8th Tommy's turnover. Amy Mickelson and Bree Rose come back into the game for South Prairie-Max, replacing Abby Mickelson and Talbot. Tommies again with full court pressure, trailing by 3, 34-31 with 3:53 to go in the third. Rose lets the Thompson defenders go by and brings it into the front court with the left hand, left of the lane. Now for Trader at the top of the key. She'll hand for Rutledge, who goes around a screen, and hands down for Amy Mickelson. Trader right wing, driving to the baseline, shot up and in. Isaiah Trader was 7 off the bench. Royals up 36-31 with 3:25 to go in the third. Tozer high on the right side, Schwabe right coffin corner. Schwabe driving in the lane. Bounce pass for Martin, left baseline. She'll hand it for Tozer. Tozer now driving in the lane, shot up and in. I wasn't sure if that was going to have enough, but it got a friendly bounce. Tozer was 7, 36-33. Tommy's down 3 at the 3-minute mark, third quarter. Inside for Rose, her shot no good. Tommy's with a rebound. Tozer into the front court, 2:50 to go in the third. Hurst rather. Now Tozer 3, right wing, around and out. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Trader for the Royals. Schrader for Rutledge with 2:38 to go in the third. Royals lead down to 3. They've led by as many as 13. Rutledge high right for Schrader at the top. Started to go one-on-one with Martin, but then handed the ball back to Rutledge. And now Amy Mickelson with 15 on the shot clock. Back at the top. And a foul away from the ball on Thompson. That's on Jordan Tozer. That is her third. And 4 on the Tommies in the quarter. Tozer the first player in the game with 3 fouls. And we've got a timeout in the court on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. South Prairie-Max leading Thompson 36-33. 2:20 to go in the third. Back after this. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Tommy's within 3 with 2:20 to go in the third. South Prairie-Max on the inbound baseline right, attacking the basket to our left. In for Trader, who'll lay it up and in. Trader with 9 off the bench. 38-33 Royals. 2:10 to go in the third. Schwabe left of the lane, hands it for Colling outside the arc. Clear back in the game. Here's a long 3. Bango by Sage from the left. Tommy's within 2. Sage with 11. Talbot back in the game into the front court, gives it on the far side for Amy Mickelson. Tried to dump it down low, and a steal by Schwabe. Schwabe for Sage, 3 from the left, off the rim, no. Rebound Trader. Minute 35 to go in the third. Tommy's pressing in the backcourt, and a pass picked off by Sage. Sage, Schwabe in the left wing, 3 on the way, off the mark. Sage rebounds, and the Tommies will set it up with a minute 22 to go in the quarter. Hurst, left baseline drive shot, no good. Scramble for the rebound. And finally controlled by South Prairie-Max with a minute 11 to go in the third. Tommy's had chances there to tie or take the lead. Pass tipped by Schwabe out of bounds. She can't keep it in play. It stays with South Prairie-Max with a minute 5 to go in the third. 24 on the shot clock. Riley Rutledge back into the game for South Prairie-Max, replacing Amy Mickelson. Rutledge on the inbound, hash mark far side near her own bench. In for Beck, who I think has gone the entire distance in this game. Beck starting to drive right of the lane. Reach and foul by Hurst. That is her third. And that's 5 on Thompson in the quarter. So Hurst and Tozer with 3 fouls apiece, and Martin with 2 for Thompson. Scotty Beck at the line. She has not been there today. She's got 8 points. Trying to add to a 38-36 South Prairie-Max lead. First free throw off. 1 more to come. Brenna Martin back into the Thompson lineup to replace Hurst. Second free throw for Beck. It's up and it's in. 1 of 2. 39-36 South Prairie-Max. Under a minute to go in the third. A little backcourt pressure now from South Prairie-Max, but they back off it quickly as Sage takes her time bringing it across midcourt. For Colling on the left wing. Around a screen, back for Tozer, top of the key. Now Sage on the left with a 3. That's no good. And the rebound Rose. 36 seconds to go. 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Rutledge hands for Beck on the left. 3 on the way, good. Beck's third 3 of the game. 42-36. Tommy's down 6, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Schwabe takes her time getting it across midcourt. Schwabe around the arc to the right, now cuts back to the top with 8. Hands for Sage. Driving left of the lane, shot up off. Rebound Rutledge. And that's the end of the third quarter. Thompson getting back into this game. But after 3, they still trail on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. South Prairie-Max 42, Thompson 36. Fourth quarter after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Recent trades and updated equipment inventory at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Only one remaining this week. Delta 610 sold last week's, only one remaining. 2121 Delta 610 36-inch tracks, power shift, PTO. Call Chuck for details and pricing. Coming in April, new Versatile 620. The new tractor coming in at 2023 pricing. Talk to Chuck to reserve. Make your best purchase price and save thousands of dollars at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
South Prairie-Max with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. They have led coast to coast, 15-10 at the quarter, 32-25 at the half, and it's now 42-36. The Royals in front. Thompson with Schwabe, Hurst, Sage. Tozer and Brenna Martin in the game, their original starting 5. Talbot gives for Rutledge, now for Rose driving right of the lane. Rose gives it back for Beck high right with 21 on the shot clock. Beck down low for Rose, ran into Martin. No foul called, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Last touched by Rhodes out of bounds. The ball is going to stay with Thompson, or go to Thompson. 2-possession game, 7:35 to go fourth quarter. Schwabe around a Sage screen, gives for Sage, top of the key, now Tozer high left. Tozer driving into the lane, dumps down low for Martin to score a bunny. Martin with 4. 42-38. Tommy's within 4. Talbot into the front court. Outside the arc on the left, will hand for Rose. Rose dribbling to the top of the key. Wild dribble, kept control of it. Now Rutledge to the top. Dumps for Rose, right block, trying to post up shot around and off. And Martin controls the loose ball. Under 7 minutes to go in regulation. Sage in the front corner on the right side. For Tozer out high, gives for Martin, right block, back off for Sage in the right corner, back for Martin. Out of her shooting range to the right baseline, gives back for Sage. Sage driving the lane, puts it up and in off the glass. 13 for Sage, and the Tommies within 2 with 6:34 to play. They haven't been this close since they were down 2-0 early on. Rutledge had the ball right of the lane and a foul on Schwabe. That is her second. First on Thompson in the quarter. For individual fouls, Tozer and Hurst with 3 fouls for Thompson. Schwabe and Martin with 2. For South Prairie-Max, Rutledge and Trader with 2 apiece. Royals inbound baseline right, attacking the basket to our left. Comes in for Rutledge, left corner. She'll fire with 3. Short. And Martin hangs on to the rebound. Tommies with a chance to tie or take their first lead. Sage from the right wing, driving off the glass. No. Rebound fought for, still on the ground, and finally the Royals come away with it. Rose in the front corner on the near side. Tozer trying to poke the ball away, and she did. Sage for Schwabe on the left, and called for a travel as she was starting to cut into the lane. South Prairie-Max ball, 5:58 to go in regulation. The Royals are up 2 42-40. Ajaya Trader into the game for South Prairie-Max, replacing Beck. That's the first breather I think she's had today. And she's pacing up and down in front of the bench, not ready to sit down just yet. Rose high on the right side. Bounce pass on the top for Rutledge. Now Abby Mickelson, who dribbles to the top of the key. Hands back for Talbot. She'll fire a three. That's off. That might be her first shot of the tournament. Offensive rebound for Trader. Fresh shot clock with 5.5 to go for South Prairie-Max. Ball poked loose from Rutledge. Scramble for the ball. Held ball. And that'll go to Thompson on the arrow with 5:25 to play in regulation. And a timeout on the floor on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. dhbanknd.com. Thompson within 2 at 42-40. Back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Thompson with the ball, 5:25 to go in regulation, trailing South Prairie-Max 42-40. A trip to the state championship game tomorrow night on the line against Devils Lake. Tommy's inbound at the hash mark on the far side as they go from left to right in the home white with Kelly green and black. Schwabe in the front court on the far side. Gives it for Tozer on top. Martin high post back to the basket. Gives it for Sage to drive. Shot draws air. And Trader will just shepherd the ball out of bounds, but actually it was the Royals who touched it last. Thompson ball with 21 on the shot clock. Rose out, Amy Mickelson in for South Prairie-Max. And Beck is back into the game for the Royals as well. Martin right of the lane. Gives back for Sage. Sage driving the lane. The floater is up. High off the rim. No. Martin the offensive rebound. Hands for Hurst, double team, three on the way, good by Sage! And Thompson with their first lead, 43-42, with 4:50 to play. Sage with 19. Beck top of the key, passing inside for Abby Mickelson. She bounced the ball off her foot out of bounds. Riley Rutledge checks back in for South Prairie-Max to replace Talbot. And full court pressure now from the Royals with 4:40 to play and trailing for the first time, 43-42. Hurst under her own basket, ahead for Martin. Now for Hurst, and her pass intended for Tozer, picked off by Trader. Trader long at midcourt, and a travel called on Beck. And again, the Tommies not really in your uniform quite like that, but they'll do the little things that'll make you a little uncomfortable and just cause you problems. Tommy's ball with 4:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Hurst for Schwabe, right wing. Backs up, sets up for a three on the way. Bingo! Schwabe with 8. 46-42, Thompson with 4:08 to play. Rutledge with a three from the top, that's good. Rutledge's third bomb of the game. And a timeout on the court. 4:01 to go in regulation. This is a South Prairie-Max timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. dhbanknd.com. 46-45 Thompson and the Class A semifinals. Back after this.
The Northern Cass Booster Club is here for all of your Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletic, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cass Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now or follow the Northern Cass Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year. The Northern Cass Booster Club wishes the best to Coach DC Lucas and the Jaguar basketball team at state.
Tommy's inbound length of the floor with 4:01 to play. Up by one, 46-45. They break the press. Schwabe in the front court. Quick 2-on-2. Schwabe driving, laying it up and in. Schwabe with 10, 48-45 Thompson. 3:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Rutledge hounded by Schwabe. And a reach-in foul on Sidney. Her third foul. Just the second on Thompson in the quarter with 3:40 to play. No fouls against South Prairie-Max in this quarter. Beck on the inbound hash mark far side. In for Amy Mickelson. Gives her back left corner. And she stepped over the edge, the near sideline. South Prairie-Max disintegrating like that tape Jim Phelps would always get in Mission Impossible. I think Tom Cruise still gets that kind of thing. Sage top of the key, started to drive, gives back for Schwabe. Around a screen now, Tozer from the left wing, into the free throw circle. Threw it behind a teammate. Sage getting the ball, stumbling on it, and we've got a whistle. And a foul on South Prairie-Max. Trader with the foul, that's her third, the first on the Royals in the third quarter with 3:17 to play. Not a shooting foul. Hurst will inbound in front of the Tommy's bench on the far side. In for Schwabe in the backcourt, which is legal. No midcourt line on inbounds plays. Schwabe around a Sage screen, gives it back. Now Martin high post left, gives it off now for Sage on the right wing. Sage driving to the basket. Overshot it. Martin rebound. No. Whistle. And Brenna Martin to the free throw line with 2:58 to play. Amy Mickelson with the South Prairie-Max foul, her second. Second foul on the Royals in the quarter. Timeout on the court. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. dhbanknd.com. Thompson leads 48-45 with 2:58 to go in regulation. Back after this.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
At Bank North, they take community to heart. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com, the letter ibanknorth.com, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. 2:58 to go in regulation. Thompson leading 48-45 over South Prairie-Max. The winner plays Devils Lake for the state title tomorrow afternoon at 5. Brenna Martin at the line to shoot 2 for the Tommies. She's got 4 points, has not been to the line today. Martin, Hurst, Schwabe, Sage, and Tozer, the 5 on the floor for Thompson. Martin's first free throw, yes. 49-45. Tommies equal their biggest lead. 2:58 to play in the fourth quarter. Martin, one of 2 seniors on the Tommies. Second free throw short. And Rhodes the rebound. For Trader on the near side to bring it across. 2:50 to play in regulation. Talbot holds between the circles and gives for Rose. going right of the lane, now left-hand dribble into the lane. Progress stopped by Tozer. Put up a shot, no good. Hurst the rebound. 2:37 to play in regulation. Hurst into the front court near side. Pass for Martin alone underneath. Nice spin move in a basket. 7 for Martin. 51-45 Thompson. 2:26 to play. South Prairie-Max staying patient. Rutledge left of the lane gives it off for Rose. She'll drive toward the basket, spin off. And a three from Trader is up short. And the rebound, Schwabe had it. Couldn't hang on to it, but Hurst was there to get it back. And a foul as South Prairie-Max trying to get a steal. Who's it on? On Thompson. It's on Hurst. That is her fourth. And the third on the Tommies in the quarter with 2:07 to play in regulation. Hurst is staying on the floor as South Prairie-Max inbound, baseline right. Inbound to Rutledge, who fires a three. 51-48. Thompson's lead is 3. Rutledge with 14. Schwabe high on the right. Backs up on the dribble now with 1:50 to go in regulation. Schwabe gives for Martin, who pops out top of the key for Tozer, high post, back to the basket. Gives it for Hurst, whose layup was blocked. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Thompson with 17 on the shot clock and 1:41 to go in regulation. Hurst on the throw-in, baseline right, attacking the basket to our right. In for Sage. Martin, right block, shot was blocked. Martin getting it back. Throws it, skip pass for Tozer on the left. 3 doesn't go. Rebound, Abby Mickelson. 1:31 to play. Mickelson on the drive. Schwabe, the only defender there in the lane, dumps it off for Trader to score. Trader with 11. 51-50. Thompson's lead is 1. Timeout on the floor. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, DH Bank and D.com. Thompson in the lead, 51-50 with 1:24 to go in regulation. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. The possession arrow favors South Prairie-Max. Thompson inbounding length of the floor with 1:24 to go in regulation. 3 fouls against Thompson, 2 against South Prairie-Max, so the penalty not in effect yet. Hurst on the throw-in. For Sage, back for Hurst. Now for Tozer in the front court on the near side. Tozer back for Schwabe. Schwabe around the arc to the left. Hands for Hurst, and now Tozer high right. Hurst right coffin corner. Starting to drive the baseline, backing off on back. Full away shot, I think was blocked. Martin saving it, but right to Talbot. Under a minute to play in regulation. Back in the front court, dribbling on the far side, gives back for Trader. And now Rutledge top of the key, 25 on the shot clock. Talbot left wing for Trader on top and a foul. It's the 4th on Thompson. Should not be any free throws. It's on Brenna Martin, that is her 3rd, and the 4th on Thompson. So the next foul against the Tommies would create the bonus for South Prairie-Max. Fresh shot clock with 43 to play. And the Royals throw the inbound pass away out of bounds far side. Thompson ball with 43.3 to play and a 1-point lead. And a fresh shot clock facing backcourt pressure. Hurst will inbound to the hash mark far side, going from left to right. Inbound for Hurst. Pressure backing off a little bit. Hurst beats Rutledge into the front court. Hurst hands back for Schwabe between the circles. Reach in foul on Beck. Her first 3rd team foul on South Prairie-Max. Maybe they're going to go to the Hackarama here. Bree Rose back in, Trader out. for South Prairie-Max, and a timeout on the floor. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. 33.9 seconds to play. Thompson leads 51-50. Back after this.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Shot clock is off. Tommy's inbounding, hash mark far side in the front court. In for Schwabe. Had some room on the left baseline, will dribble it back out. And she is fouled by Beck. That is her second. 4 fouls on South Prairie-Max. So Thompson will get the bonus on the next South Prairie-Max foul. Talbot out, Trader back in for the Royals. Again, Tommy's inbound, hash mark far side, in for Schwabe in the backcourt. And Rutledge reached in for the foul. That is her third. Penalty in effect. Schwabe at the line to shoot 2 with 26.7 to play. Looking to add to a 1-point lead. First free throw off the back iron, no good. 51-50, Thompson in front. 26.7 to go in regulation with a berth in the state tournament game on the line. Schwabe hits the second, 1 of 2, and it's a 2-point lead. Tommy's pressing the backcourt. Rose on the dribble, timeout South Prairie-Max. 21.7 to go in regulation. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Thompson leads by 2 with a berth in the state championship game on the line. 21.7 seconds to play. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North is a community partner that you can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Both teams are in the bonus. The possession arrow favors South Prairie-Max. The Royals to inbound at the hash mark on the far side in front of their own. No, I take that back. They'll inbound on the hash mark on the near side. Back to throw it in, 21.7 seconds to go in regulation. Beck finds Abby Mickelson. Takes a couple of dribbles. She'll put up a 3 and hit it! Mickelson with 15 seconds to play. And the Royals back in front, 53-52, timeout Thompson. Oh boy, 8.5 seconds to go in regulation. Thompson down by a point, 53-52. They faced this situation last week against Devils Lake in the region title game. It took a basket by Brenna Martin with 0.8 of a second to play to give the Tommies a 1-point lead and the region title. Now looking at the same thing here. 8.5 seconds to play. Tommy's down 53-52. The arrow favors South Prairie-Max in case of a tie-up. Penalty in effect. Bonus in effect, depending how you look at it. Hurst down the inbound, hash mark far side in the front court. Can't find anybody, is able to hand it to Schwabe. Goes around players. For Sage on the right. In and out with a 3. Rebound Trader. And South Prairie-Max has knocked off the number 1 team in the state, and the student section is swarming onto the court. Thompson came back from 13 down. and led in the fourth quarter. They had a 6-point lead. But South Prairie-Max coming back on an 8-1 run at the finish. Dejected Thompson players shaking hands with the South Prairie-Max players. And the Tommies will face Valley City for third place tomorrow afternoon. Jordan Tozer walking by here, looks like she's in tears. And she's not the only Thompson player feeling the emotions. Our final score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. The final, South Prairie-Max 53, Thompson 52. And the Class A girls basketball semifinals. We'll sum up the stats, have our postgame awards, hopefully hear from Coach Jason Bren or assistant coach Kyle Moorhat. We'll be back after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Even as a kid, I knew I wanted to be part of Polar Communications because they have such a long history of taking care of their employees.
I'm grateful that we get to work with great people every day, and I get to go home at the end of the day knowing that what we did for the day matters.
It's a great place to be part of a team and feel like you're achieving so much more than just answering a phone call. Polar is more than that. Polar is family.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org. At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
The Northern Cast Booster Club is here for all of your Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletic, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cast Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now or follow the Northern Cast Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year. The Northern Cast Booster Club wishes the best to Coach DC Lucas and the Jaguar basketball team at State.
Welcome back to Minot State University. Joe Lancello with you as South Prairie-Max advances to the state Class A girls basketball championship game by beating Thompson 53-52, and Abby Mickelson three-pointer with about 15 seconds to play in regulation wins it for the Royals as they go to 23-3 on the year. Thompson suffers their first loss of the year after 23 victories. And Thompson did really well to fight back in the second half. They were down 15-10 at the quarter. They trailed 30-17 at one stage in the second quarter. That was South Prairie-Max's biggest lead. Thompson had an 8-2 run to finish the second quarter and cut the gap at halftime to 32-25. Then the Tommies went on a 6-2 run to start the third quarter and cut it to 34-31 within the third. And after three quarters, South Prairie-Max was still in the lead 42-36. But then Thompson would fight back, taking the lead on an Addison Sage basket to make it 43-42 as the Tommies scored the first 7 points of the fourth quarter. They would stretch that to 51-45. But South Prairie-Max fighting back. And a three-pointer from Abby Mickelson with 15 seconds to play put the Royals in front. The Tommies had one last chance. They weren't able to get the shot to fall. And so Thompson will meet Valley City for third place tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. We will have that game on YourLiveEvent.com, audio-only coverage. And it'll be South Prairie-Max against Devils Lake for the state Class A championship. Let's run down the final numbers. First for South Prairie-Max. 4 players in double figures, led by freshman Riley Rutledge. 4 threes and a 2 for 14 points. She also had 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Scotty Beck, 3 threes, a 2, 1 of 2 at the line for 12. She also had 4 assists and 2 block shots. Isaiah Trader off the bench, a 3, 4 twos for 11 points. She also had a team-high 10 rebounds as well as 3 steals. Abby Mickelson, 2 threes, a 2, 2 of 2 at the line for 10. And it was that big three-pointer that won the game for the Royals. Bree Rose, a basket, 4 of 4 at the line for 6. Macy Talbot and Amy Mickelson played, did not score. South Prairie-Max, 7 of 8 at the foul lines, 87.5%. They were 10 of 20 shooting from three-point range and 48.6% from the field for the game. South Prairie-Max turned the ball over 28 times and lived to tell about it. And the Royals with 36 rebounds, 8 on the offensive side. The Royals 15 points in the first quarter, 17 in the second, 10 in the third, 11 in the fourth for their total of 53. For Thompson, led by Addison Sage, 4 threes, 3 twos, 1 of 2 at the line for 19. Sydney Schwabe, 2 threes, 2 twos, 1 of 2 at the line for 11. Jordan Tozer, a 3 and a 2, and 2 of 2 at the line for 7. Brenna Martin, 3 baskets, 1 of 2 at the line for 7. She also had 8 rebounds. And Sydney Schwabe, I should mention, also had 8 steals on the game. Kaya Hurst, 2 baskets for 4. Jalen Abdom, 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Claire Calling, a basket for 2. And that's the Thompson scoring. The Tommies, 7 of 11 at the foul line, 63.6%. The Tommies shot just 33.3% from the field, 19 of 57. And they were 7 of 25 shooting threes for 28%. Thompson with 12 turnovers and 23 rebounds. They were out-rebounded 36-23. Thompson had the edge, though, in offensive rebounds, 12-8. And Thompson, 10 points in the first quarter, 15 in the second, 11 in the third, 16 in the fourth for their total of 52. Tommy's 7 of 11 at the foul line. There were 2 missed free throws in the fourth quarter. You just never know when something like that is going to make a difference. And South Prairie-Max with the win, 53-52 over Thompson. We'll have our postgame awards. I'll see if I can wound up somebody from Thompson for some postgame comments, and we'll be back on our postgame coverage on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. South Prairie-Max with the win, 53-52 over Thompson. Back after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent, at 701-436-5777, or use the QR code to connect with the agency.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Even as a kid, I knew I wanted to be part of Polar Communications because they have such a long history of taking care of their employees.
I'm grateful that we get to work with great people every day, and I get to go home at the end of the day knowing that what we did for the day matters.
It's a great place to be part of a team and feel like you're achieving so much more than just answering a phone call. Polar is more than that. Polar is family.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, President at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
Red River Valley Speedway. What a great place to let your heart race. Exciting, none second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Destination for family fun. Red River Valley Speedway. Racing at its very best. Red River Valley Speedway.
Racing runs May through August. For more details, visit redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Golden Harvest Seeds dealer. During these winter months, as you think ahead to the spring planting season, I remind you there is strong yielding varieties of Golden Harvest beans and corn available for spring delivery. There's discounts offered. Please ask me about Golden Advantage deferred payment options or any cash payment discounts. Call me, Tim Kazette, at 701-430-0877, and thank you for planting Golden Harvest Seeds on your farm.
Time now for our post-game awards here. On our post-game show, as South Prairie-Max defeat Thompson 53-52 in the Class A girls basketball semifinals. And it will be the Royals going on to face Devils Lake for the state championship tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Thompson will face Valley City in the third place game at 3 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com. First of all, our Energy Player of the Game, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. I'm going to go here with Addison Sage with 19 points to lead the Tommies. And was 4-11 three-point shooting, so Addison Sage, our Energy Player of the Game, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Our Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by RDK Enterprises of Hillsborough and Drayton. For precision planning updates, information, questions, contact RDK Enterprises of Hillsborough and Drayton, 701-636-2119, or visit planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. RDK Enterprises is here to help you. The Precision Play of the Game, got to go with Abby Mickelson's three-point basket that won it for South Prairie-Max, 53-52. And as Abby came out of the dressing room to the court, she was greeted with a chorus of Abby, Abby, Abby. And she had 10 points on the night for South Prairie-Max. Our Precision Play of the Game, the Abby Mickelson three-pointer, brought to you by RDK Enterprises. And finally, our HTC postgame connection, brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company, keeping you connected. Discover local reliability you can trust, halsteadtel.com. And for a postgame connection, I'll go with the 10 of 23-point shooting that South Prairie-Max connected on tonight. Not just the winning basket for Abby Mickelson, but all in all, shooting 50% from three-point range is not a bad night at all. That's our HTC Postgame Connection, brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company, keeping you connected. Discover local reliability you can trust. HalsteadTel.com. And to run down the other games here in the second day of the girls Class A state basketball tournament. In the consolation round, it was Bottineau beating Northern Cass 57-56. Shiloh Christian over Watford City 66-59. In the semifinals, it was Devils Lake over Valley City 59-57. And South Prairie-Max over Thompson 53-52. So the lineup for tomorrow, the 7th place game at 9:30 in the morning between Northern Cass and Watford City. Our coverage on YourLiveEvent.com will start about 9:10 in the morning on Saturday. That'll be followed by the 5th place game, Bottineau against Shiloh Christian. No coverage of that game. And then in the 3rd place game at 3 o'clock scheduled time, it'll be Valley City against Thompson. And the Tommies looking to get another win over Valley City. And that should be a good game. And the championship game at 5 tomorrow, no coverage on YourLiveEvent.com. Devils Lake against South Prairie-Max. And that should be an interesting game as well. We'll see if South Prairie-Max can deal with the Devils Lake pressure. And that is going to do it for us tonight here from Minot State University. Thanks very much to all the folks at Minot State for their hospitality, as well as the NDHSAA. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We hope you will thank them with your patronage as well. And thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I just wish I had some better news for Thompson fans. I'm Joe Lancello. The final score once again here on a three-pointer with 15 seconds to play. South Prairie-Max 53, Thompson 52. Enjoy the rest of your night, enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.